Well, hello everyone, here we are at in the workshop. Before I get into today's unboxing, just a few things about the store itself. You may have noticed that I've been away for a while from YouTube. Not been a great deal of new materials on the channel. That's mostly because I've been looking at how to restructure the store, what would make it easier for you guys to use it, and also obviously I've got new tools coming which I've been testing. Something coming brand new for the store in February, and something very interesting coming from a supplier in March, which is when it launches. And also the products which I've been developing with my design engineer Darren. They are pretty much complete now, so we're going to move forward with manufacturing of all of those. There's 3 new products coming. When I have more details, I'll absolutely let you all know what those are, and a full video, obviously demonstration, once they're available. Now, today I just want to do a fairly quick unboxing of this guy. I saw this probably like you guys did across many of the usual websites a while back. It's new in the Tamiya catalogue, but I was attracted to it for a couple of reasons. I do a fair few cars, but this one I thought the livery is very interesting. Lots of lights on it, as you know. Most of my kits that do have lights tend to be lit. I do like to light my kits if possible, and this one's got a couple of figures, which is unusual for many of the kits which I build. So this was quite a nice package for me. So I thought I'd get hold of one of these as soon as possible, and make that probably the next after the next build. I think I've got a couple of things in the works at the moment. One is quite a involved and an involved lighting project, which I think many of you might like to see. So that's at the moment. I'm working on that as we speak. Then I've got a part work which I want to finish off. I've got all the parts I need now for Night Rider's kit, as I was waiting for a part which was missing. I'll probably do that next, and then this guy will be next in line. So let's have a look at it. So this is the Renault 5 Turbo Rally. I said very attractive livery, I thought, when I first saw the adverts which were flying around on the usual websites. Let's have a look at the actual box itself. Let's look at all of the edges, which give you some more information about the car itself, and also the different painting, and I guess where the decals are going to go, and finally on that end. So let's see what's in the box. So I'm going to put that there for you guys to have a look at. Right. Now, not a massively complex kit when I first had a look at this, but there's enough to make it quite interesting to build. I felt. Obviously, I'm going to do probably lights on the two main headlights itself. Maybe light the indicators potentially, and maybe the brake lights as well, which is what I tend to do normally with sort of car kits. I say it's in 1/24 scale as per usual. So in the box we get our usual sort of rubbery tyres. Let's have a look at the actual chassis itself. Let's get this guy over its bag, and you guys can see this in a little bit more detail. Let's see exactly what we get. As I say, it's up to Tamiya's usual high standard of injection molding. Let me just show you that in a little bit more detail. That's that side, and that's the underside of the chassis. Some interesting detail here, which you could obviously enhance a great deal if you wanted to. Now let's have a look at the clear parts. Again, they've molded this interestingly in one piece, so the entire window assembly is in one piece, which makes it much easier for installation. Let me just have a quick look at the lighting panels. So they will lend themselves quite nicely to LED lights, which which I'll probably do on this guy. Right, so let's get the main body part out of its bag. Let's have a look at that. Oh, they've also included the wheel hubs in this bag as well. Let's have a quick look at those. Yep, some very nice nice detail there. So I think generally the detail on this car is really top notch. So lots of opportunities to enhance that. Let's have a look at the actual chassis itself, the actual car body itself. Again, some very nice detail. Now, what I've been looking for a while is a project to basically open the doors. I've seen a lot of these videos, and probably you have as well. A lot of our Japanese colleagues do a lot of this. They actually open the doors themselves and put a lot of detail on the inside. I might try and do that with this kit, because I kind of want to show off the figures. I want to be able to open this door and have a look at the figures, both sides. So I think this might be a good opportunity to see if I can open this door and fit a hinge. I think, again, I've seen lots of this done on various videos. It would just be interesting to give this a go myself. So I'm thinking this might be the project to try that. See if I can actually open these doors and put the hinges on. But let me just show you that in a little bit more detail. That's the actual body shell itself. Again, very crisp. I say it will take the overall yellow coloured paint very nicely indeed. I'm thinking I'll probably, because I've been experimenting with the. Let me just reach for one. Let me just show you what I'm thinking. Do I have a yellow? Hang on. I don't, but let me just show you the red. I've been experimenting with these Cobra paints. Very nice finish, absolutely. These go on matte, by the way. You need to put a top coat on, but maybe these guys, I might match the yellow if there is one in the Cobra range, or potentially just rattle can. Obviously, it's Tamiya, so they'll give me obviously the rattle can reference. But I might use those as an example, because I've used them in another project and they go on really nicely. And the top coat really makes the shine absolutely ping off the car. It's very impressive. So I'm thinking that might be a couple of options for this guy. So let me have a look at the figures, which, as I said, was very attractive for me. So I tend to do quite a lot of figure painting. When I got back into the hobby, it was one of my ambitions to try and sort of crack figure painting, particularly faces, at 1/35 scale. So I've been sort of experimenting over the last few years, really, and they're getting better. They are. The last one I was very pleased with, particularly the shading. So I'm going to see what I can do with these guys. So let's have a look at this sprue. Again, lots and lots of crisp detail. Let me just show you the dashboard. That's the dashboard detail, and let's put the figure the right way around. And then there's one of the figures. There's a little bit of tidy up on the seams, but of course, but that's really a sort of given. Let's have a look at a head. Yeah, the definition there is very nice indeed. You can make that out of the head if I turn the sprue. So lots of opportunity there to get going with lots and lots of detail there. It's interesting that this one, in fact, do you get two options? I believe you do, because that guy doesn't have a helmet on. Oh yes, you do. You get. Let me just show you this one. You get two helmeted drivers as well, which is very nice. So that's the other option. You can do this with or without helmets. So depends if you fancy doing the hair or not. Again, that's something else that I'm trying to perfect. Is trying to do scale model hair that looks very realistic. But yeah, very happy with with all of that, that's a very, very nice crisp kit. So not much to it, but it's very impressive, I think, when it's put together, particularly if I can get the doors open, put my usual lights in, and hopefully, fingers crossed, do a good job of the the decals, and of course the figure painting as well. Lots of detail there, which I'm very really looking forward to having a go at. Right, what's left? Let's have a look at the decals. Let me get my staple remover, just so I don't rip these. Hang on. Let me get these open without doing any damage. Let's get these out. They've really secured these rather well in the bag. There we go. So let's have a look at these guys, and then we'll have a quick page through the instructions. Yeah, very, very clear, as you would expect, and particularly like the the silver finish on a lot of these. Let me just have a look at the stuff for the actual. Is there any for dashboard? It looks like the dashboard is as is. There's a couple of there's a couple of meter gauges there. But it looks like most of this is going to be a paint job on the actual dashboard itself. Let me just tilt that so you can have a good look at the decals without it catching the lights. As you can see, very, very nice indeed. Again, the black and the silver, I guess the yellow of the bodywork, the body colour will be very, very impressive indeed. If I can get the colour right, of course. That's the thing. I've got to get the finish just right, because I found with these sort of two-tones, etc. I know it's decals, but you need to get these absolutely perfectly right to get the effect you're looking for. So excellent decals. Very happy with those. Let's put those safely back in their bag. Let's do that. Right. So let's have a look at the instructions, which I'm anticipating won't be massively complex, as there aren't many parts. But let me sort of fold that and give you a quick look at the actual instruction sheet itself. As you can see, pretty normal fare for Tamiya, nice and straightforward. Very happy that they've given us a detailed painting scheme for the drivers. I'm assuming you make the choice, helmeted or not, either in full rally mode or not. Not sure I'll do. Probably go with the helmets, I think, because I quite like the box art. I might try and duplicate that if it's at all possible. And again, lots of detail on the helmet there. There's some very nice decals to put on. Yeah, as I expected, it's literally just a paint job and a couple of decals for the actual dashboard. So the rest is pretty straightforward until you get to the decals, and of course the paint scheme on the end, which gives you obviously a very, very detailed. Let me get that in shot. Very detailed look at exactly where you need to position all these. So yeah, that was a very interesting buy for me. I picked this up last week, and it was very, very attractive for me. I think that's the word, because it ticked a lot of boxes. Like the overall colour of the decals, figures. So yeah, like me. As I said, I'm going to try this time to see if it's possible to open the door on this without absolutely ruining the kit. Hopefully I can do it. I've watched a few of these, so so it sort of ticks 3 or 4 boxes for me. So it's quite an attractive kit to be getting on with. That'll probably be the third one for me after, as I say, I'm doing a big lighting job at the moment. Then I'm going back to a part work to finish Night Rider's kit. And then this guy will probably be next, if something doesn't push it off the schedule. So that is the Renault 5 Turbo Rally. That's been, I think that was in the new Tamiya catalogue. So I've seen it on various websites over the last few months. I wasn't anticipating this until later in February, but I got a notification that it was actually available. Well, I get all my kits, so I picked one up last week. So that's something you might want to have a look at if you fancy that. As I'll report back with my adventures in opening doors and painting figures and heads, etc. I may do a video for that in case many of you want to see that. I know a lot of you have asked about, can I do one about how I install lighting and how I handle your remote controls and all that. That's absolutely coming this year. So if you haven't already, do subscribe, and you'll be able to see those videos as soon as they come out. So that's the latest one from Tamiya, which I'm going to have a look at some point. Hopefully it's going to be second or third in the schedule, unless something bumps it off the schedule, of course. But I think it's going to be quite an interesting project for me. Several things I want to try out on this one. It seemed a good size to try all of those techniques out, particularly opening the doors, which I quite fancy. So for me, it's lighting doors and figures. I know many of you have asked me about videos for the lighting side. Those are in the works. I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of explain how I use the lighting I use, remote controls, how I install these, do's and don'ts, that kind of stuff. That's coming at some point. All I can say, at some point this year, those videos will be on the channel at some point. So if you haven't already, do subscribe, and then obviously you'll get a notification when there's anything new. What I would say is this is one of a few unboxings. If you're new to the channel, hello. Have a look around. Please do on the channel for other unboxings. There's been a few of the last couple of years. I don't do an unboxing for everything, but if it's fairly new and something I want to sort of talk about, I'll do an unboxing. So do check out the rest of the channel for for other unboxings and reviews. So as always, any questions, any queries, do get back to me. And of course, keep on modelling.